Surprise, new room. But I'm now working on homework 4 for controls, Part B, which is to first find the inlet flows to the first and second tank, use Jack's Jacobian to linearize the differential equations, obtain state space A and B matrix, then use SymPy to determine the transfer functions relating to the heights of the 3 tanks and the inlet flows to the first and second tanks. Then compare the response of the linear and nonlinear model to a step change in flow to the first tank. So I started out by importing everything that I think I will need, plus maybe some more, just like these symbols from SymPy that might make things a little bit easier for me. I haven't decided if I'll use them yet. It was just something that was said to me, or someone in the class said to me, hey, you should look into this, so thought I'd give it a shot. But we're going to first by just putting down some arbitrary values until we get numbers, maybe an elative problem statement, and then go from there. Oops. So I gave the area of the hole in the tank, the area of the tanks, which all of them are identical, as stated in the previous problem. And then we're going to define our right-hand side, as we've done in the majority of these videos for this class, where Qn are Q1 and Q2. Qn1 and Qn2 will be equal to Qn, height 1, height 2, and height 3 should all be equal to V. Our Q12, so that jump in between the two, is going to be equal to the size of the hole times the Jacobian numpy. Is that what it is? Jack's numpy. Square root of 2 times G times H1. And then I'm going to just copy this because we'll need it for all 3, where then we can just change the few variables. Then we will have to do a similar thing for the change in heights, which we know will be Q and 1 minus Q and Q12, Qn1, Q1 to 2. Yeah. To have that jump, and then it's going to be divided by AC. And then same thing with the second height, and then the third one. But the third one, we still want to get the difference in between Q23 and Q3. Q23 into the tank and out of the tank versus the size of the hole, to then give us the difference in the 3 heights. And then we want to initialize our Qn with an array which is going to be just 0.5 and 1, or 0.5 and 0.1 as just arbitrary values until everything is here. Till we may see more numbers down below. And then we have to do the same thing with the initial height. And then 1 second, and we'll keep moving. So now we will continue to... I wonder if that helps the sound. Sorry, I just noticed in OBS that there's a lot of buzzing from the vents in this room. Where was I? Steady state flow, steady state height. But this we need to minimize lambda x comma numpy array, and this would be 10, 10, 10 for all of them. And then we want some constraints, which would be equal to the type equals EQ. And then we need the function lambda, bring this down so it's all easily read together. We're going to use the right hand side, 0h qn initial ss, and then we want to set bounds equal to 0 np.inf divided by 3 pointers. Plus. Type equals. There we go. Then we're going to make our variables for the Jack's Jacobian. Inside. And then once we have this, we can copy it for the second one. We just have to, it's the same thing, we just need to change it to B. And something spelled wrong. B and so the next step would be to set up our transfer function, which I believe it was up on the board. don't know, I'm in a different room now, so I took a picture of it, and it's on the camera over there. So it's a little hard to get back and forth through things. But I believe it was written down. If not, I know that it was in my notes somewhere. So let me go grab that real quick. So then the transfer form would be equal to S times simpi dot I 3, because it's a 3x3 matrix, because we're going to be doing matrix multiplication, minus simpi dot matrix A, because we want to multiply matrix, the inverse. Is it inverse with matrices? I believe it is. But the inverse of matrix A, which should probably put this in, times the matrix B. Oops. To create our transfer function. And then we now have to solve using our transfer function to find the difference. We'll have to solve for the third height. Lambda and then we can use solve IVP, which at this point are all very, or lambda, not lambda, same thing. I've been working on these for a while. Right hand side, T V there. That'll be plus NP NP array. NumPy array, This one needs to go away. Put it here. No. You go here. Plus NumPy array of that. I turned it off and turned it back on. And these videos aren't even that bad. It's just typing. I am missing a parentheses. Oh, no. I'm gonna assume it goes there. Is that a safe bet? It is not. Huh. Under TV, right hand side. NumPy array should be in brackets. Right? Brackets should be on the inside. Looks like Redu spelled wrong. Comma there. Maybe it's the mad comma. So parenthesis there. Huh. I'll be right back with an answer. So the only thing I can think of is that there's something up with this matrix. And putting a 1 in instead of a 2, or 1 instead of a 0 fixes it. I know it's not the correct fix, but I just got to keep moving through these, and then I'll come back and look at it and leave myself a note, because it's one of those times where it's like, I've stared at it too long that I'm starting to see double and things like that. So we're just going to keep moving on and move on to the visual aspect of this question. Dot add underscore make, or not make, add dot scatter. X will come out to be T. All Y will be H3 dev plus H initial and we'll add another one. Is that correct? It is not correct. X equals T, Y equals the result, solve result T. I just need the T. That's a new one. So I've come to the conclusion it's probably because of something higher up. So I'm gonna just keep looking for this mistake here, and then I'll come back to let you know what I found. Okay, so I fixed it. Couldn't tell you how I fixed it. All I did was just delete some stuff and recopy it. So I must have had something written just barely wrong somewhere. Now I'm just worrying about this. Figure object has no attribute add. So once I get this figured out, then I should be done with it, which I'm guessing it's something really simple that I just haven't seen yet. So just, is it the spaces? Nope. I don't know. I'll be back when I find it though. Well, now I just feel dumb. But here's the fix. Guarantee it. Look at those beautiful curves. That's exactly what you want out of it. Trace 1 or trace 0 is your height differential plus your initial height at steady state. And then your solution is the red line, which is trace 1.